Super Smash Bros. Released on January 21st, 1999 for the Nintendo 64 in Japan. To many people, it's just another game. You buy it, play it for a few hours, then never touch it again. But what if you loved the game so much that you stayed with the game? What if you went Super Smash Bros. Was and is more than just a game. It's all about the community, competition, and way more. What if it was fun, but not in the way the devs wanted it? Hello, please subscribe, and we'll take you on a trip of Super Smash Bros. And how it's more than just a game. Super Smash Bros. Was created off of one basis: easy to learn, difficult to master. Like every game, except with a more emphasis on the easier aspect. This will lead to possibly the biggest controversies later on, but for now, let's forget that. Since the birth of competitive Smash, the rules weren't always aligned with what the developers had in mind. For one thing, the developers of any fighting game painstakingly crafted the default legal rules. Street Fighter V, 99-second rounds, best of 3. Tekken 7, best of 5, 60-second rounds. Super Smash Bros. Or just Super Smash Bros. Melee is no different. Time battle, 2 minutes, items on any stage. The rule set, of course, has many issues, so it's up to the community to create the fairest rules to date, and it still has been about the same, with minor modifications to this day. For stock, 8 minutes, no items with certain stage. Currently, the legal stages for Super Smash Bros. Melee are found in the Dreams, Final Destination, Battlefield, Dreamland, Yoshi's Story, and Pokemon Stadium. Previously, it had other stages legal, like Pokefloats and more. To be fair, getting into competitive Smash might seem easy at first. All you really need is a working controller, a console, and a TV. But especially in the days of the N64, GameCube, and Wii, it would be much more difficult to improve, considering you really need to practice on your tech skill, your matchups, and everything else, and online did not exist. You would have to go to locals and play against a lot of players just to improve. And a great way to play against top players is to go to majors, which won't necessarily guarantee you a chance to play against one. So not only is Smash Bros. A huge time dedication, but it's also far from cheap compared to what's just in the box. The former top Melee player, KDJ, or Korean DJ, improved by bringing a ton of money with him to money match the top players at the time, and ended up being one of the best Melee players during the 2007-2008 era, beating Ken, which was the king of Smash, the best Melee player during the early 2000s, 3-1. And considering low majors are also usually far, you're just like, yeah. I guess it would be time to talk about some of the best players. For Melee, of course. Some notable players during the golden age of Melee are Isai, Ken, PC Chris, Mewtwo King, Ken, Chuda, Azen, Chillin' Dude, Zoo, and more. After this age was the era of the 5 gods. These 5 gods are Mango, Hungrybox, PP&T, Mewtwo King, and Armada. These are the 5 gods since they were able to beat each other and nobody else was able to do more consistently at this era. After this is basically the modern day. Axe, Haxmoney, Zane, Plop, Amza, S2J, Riz Robe, and way more. A bunch of old school Melee players don't play much anymore. Ken just doesn't want to compete seriously, as I prefer Smash 64 more, and Mewtwo King doesn't really focus much on Melee since hands are really giving him problems and would rather focus on his book. The only real old school players right now are Mango, Mewtwo King, and Chudat. You might have been wondering why I haven't really been talking about Smash 64. After all, it's the first game in Super Smash Bros. Series. Well, because the competitive scene really isn't just 64. The competitive scene basically started up on Melee, and the internet didn't exist, so like, whatever. Since the beginning, Masahiro Sakurai, the creator of Kirby, which he created at 19 years old, and Super Smash Bros., has always had the goal of having a fun game that everyone of all skill levels were able to enjoy. Sakurai would always go to arcades to basically research on games, and during this, he had a big interest in competitive fighting games. One day, playing King of Fighters, he was playing against an opponent that, well, they sucked. After completely botting them, he realized he was playing against a young couple who had no experience in the game. This didn't help since the game itself, like all the other fighting games, required heavy tech skill and memory. This caused him to think of a fighting game where the skill floor is close to even and would be harder for a casual to get annihilated by a professional. This game was the Dragon King, the fighting game. Instead of health bars, it had percentages for damages. He ended up pitching the idea to Nintendo and wanted to replace the generic fighters with Nintendo characters. He got shot down. Well, after lots of balancing and developing, he ended up getting his idea, the green light, with somehow a lot of help actually, with Satoru Iwata, former president of Nintendo. Why is this important, you might ask? This is the reason Super Smash Bros. Was created, to give people that never played it a chance of winning. Otherwise known as they suck. I'm gonna be honest. This is the basis of why Super Smash Bros. Was created. Nintendo, the publishers, really weren't too much a fan of tech skill, heavy use of quote-unquote secret tech, and heavy competition. Just because of that, the next game's basis was, let's say, a start for the series. Super Smash Bros. Brawl released on January 31st, 2008. Just 7 long years after Super Smash Bros. Melee. I think the main controversy here is the high expectations of the Smash community at the time. After 6 years of playing the same game, and way more to come, they all expect Melee 2. Like any other fighting game, they want improvements, new characters, and just everything a sequel should be. But this didn't turn out really what they expected. Super Smash Bros. Brawl turned out to be very different from SSBM. It had less hard tech. It was more focused on neutral, almost no combos, and just really slow. Not to mention one specific mechanic. Brawl, main problem was it was really unbalanced. Slow, easy, casual focus, and totally not what Melee is. The game completely split the community. Most chose to stay with Melee, but in fact some moved to Brawl, like Mewtwo King and Ken. Brawl almost killed off Melee. 2012 to 2013 was known as the Dark Age of Melee, where Melee was on a decline. And then 2013 happened. First event, Project M, a very well-developed mod for Smash Bros. Brawl to truly make it a sequel to Melee. Advanced tech, proper speed, and really more like Melee and not like Brawl. Except Nintendo got rid of it by 2015, but its legacy lived on. Second, Smash Bros. Doc, the documentary, an 8-part documentary about the Smash scene, which was mostly underground at the time. It introduced newcomers and outsiders to the world and pains of the Smash scene. The most important event has got to be EVO 2013. Since 2008, Super Smash Bros. Brawl has stolen the spot for Melee and has been heavily criticized for having a horrendous rule set, allowing items. The winner of EVO 2008 was some 14-year-old kid named CPU who didn't even play Smash seriously. In the biggest tournament in the world, he beat the king of Smash, Ken, a kid that just joined the tournament for the sake of joining it, with no tournament XP whatsoever. And that isn't the first time EVO had some bad rolls. And after watching this set, I just felt bad for Ken, and it was just really painful to watch. Fast forward to 2013, the 8th spot on the EVO lineup. The community to donate the most to breast cancer research will have the spot. Melee went neck to neck with Skullgirls, but the community was able to pull through with 95,000 compared to 78,000. But one last thing. Nintendo filed a cease and desist order to EVO, so they won't be able to stream the tournament at all. Sure, the games will still be able to run, but it's just not streamed. Due to heavy backlash against Nintendo, they took back the order, but it made their message crystal clear. Also, Wobbles got second, losing to Mango, the highest an ICs player got, because ICs aren't good. From then onward, the Melee and Brawl communities will strive with each other. They will continue to be held at tournaments at the same time, without much conflict. What am I saying? Brawl is dead. Make way for the Brawl. Community basically moved into Smash 4, the newest installation. The newest Smash title, released on September 2014, was a massive improvement to Brawl for most people, but still wasn't the perfect successor to Melee. But Smash 4, like Brawl, was more accessible and still was doing better than Melee, considering it was also on the Wii U. And 3DS version did much better. Funny enough, since... Never mind. We aren't going too deep into the development, just know that Rage is a dumb mechanic. Rage is where you do more damage than knockback if you're closer to death. Basically a comeback mechanic. But that is not the only thing that ruined the game. Smash 4 was the first game with updates via Wi-Fi and had buyable DLC and character balance post-game. Except the DLC for Smash 4 was not too bad at first, but the last two DLC were horrible in a competitive sense. Cloud and Bayonetta, two hyped third-party characters, but they were the top two of the game. We aren't going to talk much on Cloud, but Bayo on the other hand. Bayo was extremely broken from the start, with even the worst players able to 0 to death, meaning killing one sequence, which is extremely difficult normally, no matter the opponent's skill. In fact, against Bayo, just the smallest mistake will result in an instant death. If you think the community had an outcry, you're learning! Once again, the community had an outrage. Even after the nerfs, the community was still debating about banning the character altogether. Horrible? Well, not too bad start. The game balance mixed shank made this one of the most horrible competitive experiences to a lot of people. Also, Hungry Box won EVO 2016 with some of the most clutch losers run of all time. What absolutely sucked was the grand goodbye to Smash 4 was EVO 2018. The grand finals, well, I'll let the gameplay show for itself.
Send us in the grand final set number 2. We ain't done yet, baby. Hold that, get, and get to the click clack. Let's do it.
What is going on? What is this?
I don't know. I was stalling for time.
All right, man. Well, now I really understand why this is the last Evo. Last Evo was Smash 4. I mean, now you really get it. Hey, but I'm hoping you guys are enjoying the commentary.
Oh, yeah,
I'm having some fun out here,
baby. That's all it's about for us. I don't know what's going on. All right.
At least on the Melee side of things, Levin won 2018 after being on a big slump. He got second that year altogether. December 7, 2018. After a bit of teasing and trailers, the release of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. The last wishes of former President Satoru Iwata was to create the best Smash game. So, talk during Smash 4 was to make the best Smash experience for the Switch. And you could guess what happened. Everyone is here. A bunch of music tracks, almost all previous stages came back, and the quote-unquote smoothest controls. That last part's a lie. Smash Ultimate was released with critical acclaim for both critics and players. In fact, it was the only game to play to Melee characters players too. It achieved, though not all the way, its goal of bringing together both communities. It appealed to both casuals and competitive players, to Melee fans and Smash 4/Brawl fans, to players and viewers alike. SSBU was the parting gift from Satoru Iwata to Masahiro Sakurai, and I would say it did its job pretty well. Also, Puff Secret High Tier, don't at me, please, and click subscribe. Super Smash Bros., a platform fighter for the Nintendo 64, developed by Masahiro Sakurai, meant to be something that would appeal to both casuals and competitive players. It would have ways for casuals to not be bodied and have a chance to win, not to exist at all. It somehow was able to get the thumbs up by Nintendo. Super Smash Bros. Melee, the masterpiece that was intended due to only 11 months of development, introduced the world to competitive Smash, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, the game that appeals to casual gamers for the Nintendo Wii, an already casual-focused console. Super Smash Bros. For Wii U/3DS, the game to continue the legacy of Brawl by slightly appealing to Melee fans. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, it's Smash 4 but improved to appeal to the competitive scene even greater than Smash 4, appealing to all communities to all types of players, the game that brings the series full circle. This is the story of Super Smash Bros. Also, if you're still here, click subscribe, like, and follow my Twitch. Thank you.
Darling.